Tesla China's big price cut is not the entire story. There is more to it, as Tesla China's VP Grace Tao has published an explanation which is very interesting and revealing. Tesla made another round of price cuts on its Model 3 and Model Y electric vehicles in China on Friday, while also introducing its higher-end Model S sedan and Model X to get a better hold on the premium end of the world's biggest electric vehicle market. People are worried that demand for Tesla cars or electric cars in general is weakening in China. But here is what Tesla China's VP Grace Tao commented about what's happening behind Tesla's price cuts and price adjustments. She wrote, "Behind Tesla's price adjustments, there are countless engineering innovations, which are essentially unique an excellent cost control mechanism, including but not limited to vehicle integration design, production line design, and assembly." This changes a lot of things on dynamics, as well as understanding why Tesla prices are lowering in China. The starting price for the locally built Model Y sports utility vehicle has been slashed to $37,875 from 288,900 Chinese yuan, according to the company's Chinese website. That's a record low for China and 43% cheaper than the 65,900 starting price listed on Tesla's US website. The Model 3 goes to 229,900 yuan from 265,900 yuan, about 30% cheaper than in the United States. Tesla already cut prices in China last year to boost sales as competition heads up in both the mass and premium segments, with the likes of Warren Buffett-backed BYD, XPeng and NIO, as well as international players such as Porsche and Mercedes-Benz Group, all vying for sales in China. Tesla said its newly introduced Model S with a redesigned interior is priced at 789,900 yuan in China, while the Plaid version, Tesla's fastest car taking only 2.1 seconds to go from 0 to 62 miles per hour, will be sold from 1.01 million yuan. The Model X SUV is priced from 879,900 yuan, and the Model X Plaid starts at 1.04 million yuan. Deliveries will begin in the second quarter this year, Tesla said. Austin, Texas-based Tesla is a dominant player in China's mass market EV sector, vehicles that cost no more than 300,000 yuan. The company localized production of Model 3 sedan at the end of 2019 when it opened a factory in Shanghai capable of churning out 450,000 cars a year. It started shipping Model Ys from there in January 2021. Tesla shipped over 710,000 vehicles from Shanghai in 2022, representing about 54% of its worldwide sales. But deliveries slowed in December as production was suspended for equipment upgrades and demand ebbed. Tesla announced earlier this week that global deliveries were lower than expected for a third straight quarter, prompting a 12% slump in the share price Tuesday. China is Tesla's most important market and the most important EV market in the world. For Tesla, any significant change in output out of Gigafactory Shanghai or sales in China will have a significant impact on its overall performance. December was expected not to be Tesla's best month, as it was reported that the automaker stopped production at the end of the month. Today the numbers were released and Tesla delivered 55,796 China-made electric vehicles in December, according to the China Passenger Car Association. That's down 44% month over month, but more importantly, it is down 21% over the same period last year. And that's during a year that Tesla significantly increased its production capacity in Gigafactory Shanghai. In 2022, December was Tesla's lowest production level since July. The good news is that production has now resumed based on a drone flyover of Tesla Gigafactory Shanghai yesterday. However, there are some concerns for Tesla in China in 2023. There have been some indications at the end of 2022 that Tesla was starting to have some demand issues in the country, despite the company's best efforts to squash the rumors. It's not helping the rumors that Tesla started 2023 by offering up to $1,450 in incentives in China for people taking delivery by February 28. Tesla investors should certainly keep an eye on Tesla's performance in China, because if the automaker doesn't do well in China, it's likely not going to do well overall. Tesla long-range Model Y sells for around 52,000 in China and will likely go lower due to the loss of government subsidy and fierce competition from BYD and NIO, commented a friend yesterday or the day before today's the discounts were announced. He said, even if you factor in the labor cost differences, it should never sell for $66,000 in the United States. So we expect we should see a big price reduction in the United States of Tesla vehicles too. Many factors could negatively affect Tesla's performance in China in 2023, in addition to the broader EV market in the country. We will keep a close eye on Tesla early performance in the country this year. In the meantime, please like this video if you found the information useful and subscribe to our channel, friends, so you don't miss my next coverage on the subject. In the meantime, Tesla Model Y became the best-selling car in Taiwan in December 2022. The company registered almost as many Model Ys as the next 5 best-selling cars combined. Tesla officially began delivering Model Y in Taiwanese consumer on December 5. Taiwan has been waiting 2 years and 8 months since the car was first delivered to US customers in March 2020. It was not possible to start deliveries from Giga Shanghai as tensions with China led to a ban on the sale of cars made there. The start of deliveries from the US was inexpedient. Thus, Model Y only arrived in Taiwan after the German Tesla factory, Gigafactory Berlin, was able to reach a high enough production capacity to start serving the interests of the wider market. I think we can look positively on Tesla China's price cuts. It's good that Tesla has leverage to make the price cuts, and lowering the price is going to make Tesla vehicles more affordable and attractive to China's Tesla buyers. Keep in mind that Tesla is the largest automotive market in the world, and I'm going to slightly change the subject now and conclude this report with a new development about Tesla's steering wheel on Model S and Model X. There is a big change happening at Tesla design, and it turns out that Tesla can indeed defy previous statements from CEO Elon Musk. Amidst the initial release of the Model S Plaid way back in 2021, Musk declared on Twitter that the new flagship sedan and its SUV sibling, the Model X, will not have a normal steering wheel option. Customers could either get used to the steering yoke or get a third-party retrofit if or when one is available. Considering a recent update to the Tesla shop, Musk's statements from 2021 could now be seen as words that were spoken too soon. This was because as the new Model S and Model X were announced with their official prices in China, Tesla also announced that it would now be offering the flagship all-electric sedan and SUV with a conventional round steering wheel. Finally, one less thing for people to complain about. A look at Tesla's configurator for the Model S and Model X shows that there is no incentive for customers to select the steering yoke either, as the round steering wheel does not involve any extra charges to the premium electric cars. So let me know, friends, your thoughts. This is Armen Harayan from TalkNews.com. Please like this video if you found it interesting and useful. Share in social media, tweet it out. God bless you, and I'll see you soon in our next report.